This meeting is being recorded.
Oh, jeez. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Movie Buffers. Oh, yeah. Plug your shit.
I do it all there. Wait till I am.
For how long now, too? You've been doing it for, like, what?
4,417 episodes.
And you do it every single day, a daily show.
Wow, it's been 13 years.
Definitely Halloween. Halloween was my favorite, I think, horror movie just because it was more simple.
The franchise is way worse, though.
Yeah, no, I've actually been watching through because they did a 4K restoration of all the movies going up to Halloween H2O.
Yeah, why?
I stopped at 4. Like I watched 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Season of the Witch is like, honestly, it's good in some ways, but it's so hard to get through because of that fucking music that keeps playing. The Silver Shamrock song, yeah. They just keep playing it over and over again, which I guess is kind of like what he did with the original Halloween score. I've always thought that score was really irritating.
The original Halloween score?
Yeah.
Well, it's like one of the most classic scores of all time. But
no, I love it. I remember back in the day, I think that's why I liked that series more, because it was less scary to me than actually, like, I was really scared of Freddy Krueger movies and stuff.
I was never actually scared. I mean, I was a little kid, but not to be like a tough person or like a tough kid. I just like enjoyed them.
Well, you watched Videodrome and shit when you were a kid.
Yeah, I watched it as a little kid. I don't know. When I was like very young, they didn't. I don't know if they have. Well, I guess kids can watch anything they want now on the internet. But at the video stores, like I said this on the Videodrome podcast, but they didn't stop me. I was going to the store. I was like probably I don't know. I probably shouldn't have even been going to a store by myself. As a little kid, I was like 5 years old or something, and walking to the video store and renting, like, Friday the 13th. You're like, oh, here you go, kid.
Here's a pile of tits and gore. Like,
yeah.
At home and just just absorb that in.
Yeah. So I did that. I knew somebody who was this person that was afraid of the theme song to Halloween, and they turned that off. But
yeah, no, it's a great score, but it is just like a few bars, you know.
The Friday the 13th score is really good too, though.
Yeah, my thing was the Halloween movies for sure. Like, I was super excited about the 2018 Halloween. I don't know how you felt about that one, but
I liked the first one because it was 2018. I liked it because it was back to the basics.
It was totally that, and it was a satisfying ending. Like, that could have been the ending itself.
Yeah.
You know?
People say that all these movies are too repetitive, but I think they're not repetitive enough. They keep trying new things. It's like, don't try new things. Like, people talk for a while, and then they get killed, and then that's it.
So you did not like the new Halloween?
It was awful, I guess, because I want to see Halloween. It's like, you want to see Halloween, you want to see some other thing. I guess, like, maybe I feel like the director is like wants to make a good movie or something, like an actually good movie. And that's like the downfall of any of these franchise directors. Don't make a good movie, just make the movie. Just make a Halloween movie. Why are you trying to like do anything other than just have people get killed at night? The whole plot, there's too much to the plot, that guy. And then, like, it could have been kind of good if they went through with it. So it's like the idea of the new what's his name,
Corey, yeah.
So Corey is good. It could be good, and if it was its own movie, like not a Halloween movie, it was like its own movie, or if it wasn't a Halloween movie and he went full Michael Myers and like actually got the Michael Myers, the invulnerability and craziness and stuff, but then nothing happens as far as Michael Myers goes, and then that character just dies.
Yeah, and then he just snaps his neck. Anticlimactic, yeah.
And then Michael Myers comes back, so it's like really not going through with a bad idea.
I was entertained, That's one thing I can say about it, is that I was entertained, except for when it got to the romantic stuff, when it became like a...
That was bad. Yeah.
I felt that what they did with the character Allison was they kind of treated her like she was an idiot, like she was really dumb, and she couldn't help but have feelings for this guy, even though the red flags were everywhere. He's literally like murdering people.
Yeah, they kind of made it seem like he was going to be a victim of at least a circumstance or like in general, and then he is like third of a bad guy. And it's like, I don't. Are we supposed to be? I mean, because of I guess the killers, you root for them or something. But it's like I don't know what I'm supposed to be, what I'm being communicated to about this guy.
Yeah, it did not make any sense at all.
He's
Where he
sympathetic
was
or what?
like, it's like he killed this kid on accident, and not, they wanted us to feel sympathetic for him, yeah, and then flipped us on its ear. And,
Yeah.
and just the plot hole with Michael in the sewer, you know.
That's straight out of part like I think 5, where he lives in a sewer with a hobo. Like maybe even maybe it wasn't even an homage to that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Part 5 where he
Well, that's one thing I was also saying in my review about that one was it was like they wanted to make their own timeline of Halloween movies from original and good, what made the original so good, and then what made the sequel so shitty. They went and made shitty sequels
they did it.
to their fucking Halloween movie, and it was a little upsetting because I was on board from the first movie, and then I went back and rewatched Halloween Kills too, and I remember hating that one the first time I watched it, but after watching Halloween Ends, I was like, damn, this one's not that bad. You know, I was like, this one's actually not.
I think Kills has some of the problems of the Rob Zombie one, where it's
Yeah.
I think it's a kind of like, because like John Wick kills way more people than either Freddy or Jason. I mean, Michael Myers or Jason or anybody. Rob Zombie's Halloween, it's portrayed more like John Wick than like he's like running around like stabbing people, but there's absolutely no suspense at all.
Yeah.
So it might as well be John Wick.
Yeah, it was a bummer. I really wanted to like it too. I was kind of like sticking up for it as I was watching it. And also,
it like had like legs to go somewhere, but then it just totally, the guy stabs himself in the neck, totally undercuts that whole story. So then you're like, well, why did I just watch 45 minutes? Like I was actually pausing the movie, looking at the time because I was like, what's going on? Like, where is the killing?
yeah.
I'm like, nobody gets killed. Like you need to kill every 15 minutes.
And it was a little predictable too, because I remember in Halloween Kills, I was like, oh, that's why it's called that, because they're gonna go crazy with them in this one, and they're gonna fucking sideline him like they kind of sidelined Laurie in the second movie, and then also bringing Laurie back and having her be this like timid hippie grandma now.
Yeah.
She was like training for like 40 fucking years, you know, to like kill Michael Myers, and she knows he's still on the loose, and he killed her daughter, and she's like cooking at home and like hooking her granddaughter up with this crazy guy who killed a kid down the street, you know.
What I like about 18 and then Kills is that it's on the same night, which is the same thing on Friday the 13th, part 2 to 4. 2, 3, and 4 are on one night.
Yeah.
Or like maybe 2 days. I think 3, because 3 actually takes place during the day. A lot of it does. Those ones, it's all one like continuity, or like one day, like more than a continuity, like time.
I think that was just cocaine in the time. They're like, we're gonna just keep going. Let's just keep making the movies. Unlike with like Halloween 2, though, where the sequel, it was like the same night, but they recasted people, and like the wigs looked horrible, and like the cinematography was way worse.
I wonder when 2 came out. Was it after Friday the 13th part 1?
Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah.
Yeah, 2's much more brutal than Halloween 1.
So I mean, we got a whole episode of Halloween out here now.
Halloween sequels are garbage. I don't really remember them that well, but they are really, really bad.
That's the ones where the like mask starts to look like John Cusack painted. It's like, what is that?
It's very clean, and you can like always see the actor's eyes. You're supposed to have the darkest eyes. The darkest eyes. I looked into his eyes, and they were the darkest eyes. You know, like
Donald Pleasance.
Loomis, Donald Pleasance.
Which I was just listening to a podcast on Halloween too, and his head shaking.
Yeah, he was an actor.
Dude, he was, and like I was just listening to something, and they were talking about, they played a clip of behind the scenes footage where he's talking about working on the set of Halloween. They're like on the set of Halloween, and he's like, I don't know, the script is like melodramatic, and it's kind of bogus, and I don't really.
He
It's
doesn't know
like,
what's going on in those movies. I don't think.
he really didn't understand what the point of any of it was. So he was
Yeah.
just, he was that's why he went on like tangents of like this is the dawn of evil and. And, yeah, like the origins of evil rants and stuff.
Yeah. You ever see the Burning? The Burning?
I don't think so. No, I
I
mean, there's a lot of
really like little slasher movies, and there's so many of them in the early '80s that were, and all the other ones they have more that are just no plots. So the franchise they keep trying to make the plots, but if you watch all of these weird ones, then it's more talking and film. I always want to make one of those. I still want to do it. Where it's like mumblecore. It's like mostly mumblecore. We're just
right. Well, I think we're running out of time on this already. We have 2
Oh
minutes
no, we're
left.
really gonna go through the whole first one, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to like send you a new link. Let's come back
Yeah.
and like do the synopsis and then rate it. And
Accidental rambling episode.
that was another episode of Movie Buffers, and we'll be back with the real synopsis of Friday the 13th.